Nvidia's hotly anticipated earnings may trigger a Bitcoin and crypto correction, according to one analyst at QCP Capital. And so in this video, we're going to look at why the most important stock on earth could be a disappointment on a weak PC market and AI saturation, with Wall Street wanting more from this GPU giant. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome again back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about Nvidia, and they have seen record prices even this week, but especially up on the year. You know, they've really gone crazy. This is why they're calling it the most important stock in the world. Certainly at the moment anyway. They just had their fourth quarter earnings, and that could trigger a broader correction for equities and crypto if it doesn't live up to the hype. Now, as always guys, let's quickly read through this article so we know what we're talking about, and then we'll comment after. So the Bitcoin and broader crypto rally could come to a halt if Nvidia's fourth quarter earnings fail to live up to the lofty Wall Street expectations, Singapore-based QCP Capital said in a recent note. A key event today that could trigger a wider correction is Nvidia earnings, which will be released after the US close. QCP wrote in a note, as a major part of the S&P 500 index, Nvidia's performance could set the tone for US equities in the near term. Nvidia, the GPU giant that designs chips necessary for the AI revolution, is set to report its earnings on Wednesday after the market closes in the US. The chipmaker's stock is up nearly 220% over the last year, and the market will be sharply focusing on the potential for the stock to sustain the face-melting rally. In fact, the rally has been so hot that Goldman even called it the most important stock on planet Earth, as options traders are betting on a move in either direction of 11%. Nvidia is currently trading at 90% PE, and Q4 earnings expectations have been adjusted higher recently, QCB said. For comparison, Amazon.com currently trades at 52x and Tesla at 57x price to earning ratio according to FactSet data. With such a high valuation, the margin of error is very slim. At these valuation multiples and high expectations on earnings, any disappointment could see a sell-off, and that would certainly put a drag on US equities and crypto prices as well. Another crypto subsector that could see a volatile trading session from Nvidia's earnings is the AI-related tokens, such as Ocean Protocol and Fetch AI's FET. Given the influence the chipmaker has on the sentiment of the AI industry, crypto traders will be keeping an eye on assessing Nvidia's outlook on the sector and trade accordingly. Analysts stress how much of Nvidia's growth relies on the server industry at the core of the AI revolution. And data from IDC shows that the global PC market is facing short-term challenges, with 2023 shipment volume expected to decline by 13.8% after a 16.6% drop in 2022, making 2 consecutive years of double-digit declines. So this is obviously great news for Nvidia. You know, I like Nvidia. You know, I've not been involved, but they've been on my radar for a very long time, simply because they do a lot of, the specialty is making GPUs, you know, gamer chips and gaming chips for laptops, computers, all this kind of thing. And they and people worked out Ethereum was probably the main one, that Ethereum could be mined on GPUs. And so from a mining perspective, that's how I kind of got into Nvidia and realized just how valuable. And if crypto was the future, then GPUs were going to be big. And so I thought, you know, Nvidia makes these, and they really do have a huge market share in terms of making GPUs. And so I thought, you know, this is going to be a big company. Now, as it turned out, proof of stake then got popular. So Ethereum moved to proof of stake with its merge. You got things like Polkadot, Cardano, they all are on proof of stake. So actually that kind of died out, but then we got this AI revolution, and they are now using the GPUs. So in any case, it did well. It just didn't do what I predicted what I thought it would do, and how well it would do. And it's done extremely well this year. And I think what people are realizing is, certainly now, is that AI is going nowhere. Computers are going nowhere. They're not going to go away. So, you make the argument that crypto is also not going to go away. But computers are going to always need GPUs. They're always going to need CPUs. They're always going to need motherboards and memory cards. And, they're just always going to need that. That's just how a computer works. And so any company that's involved in this is always going to be in business. Now, I'm not saying that Nvidia cannot be overtaken by a competitor or something like that. Obviously, it can. But the industry that it's in, I think, is a very safe bet. And with such a huge market share as Nvidia has, I think people and investors have cottoned onto this and realised, actually, this is a safe bet. And I think with everybody doing it at the same time, there's been a bit of a rally. And then people are a bit worried and scared of missing out. They've got that FOMO, and and that's just led to it just rocketing basically. And AI being as useful as it is going to need to be powered by GPUs. So who's going to make them? Well, it's going to be Nvidia, isn't it? Or they're going to be a huge part of it anyway. And so if they're a huge part of it, governments are going to be buying from them. You're going to have all the software companies, the Googles, the Twitter, or the X, I should say, the Facebooks. Everybody is going to be, using, almost every company soon, I think within the decade, will be using AI. Every single company out there, for some reason, with bookings, for account keeping, for sales, for customer service, it's all going to be integrated into everything. And so now these companies are not individually going to be running their own GPUs and their own AI. Obviously, they're going to be using servers, or it'll be probably some kind of cloud-based AI service that we're getting, a bit like Grok and ChatGPT, where we don't actually run the the server. They do that on the back end, and we just use the service. And then if you want to upgrade, you can pay for that service. And it's going to be like that for most companies. But this is still going to put in a huge demand for these GPUs, which is going to be great for business for Nvidia. So a very interesting article there, and it gives an insight, or it might give some insight into what the future holds. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. And I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.